So cats know full well, that I am not a big fan at all of the Haki power structure. The Haki power structure, I don't think too highly of it. And when I mean high, I mean low. I think there's too many things that are vague, inconsistent. The lack of structure in the Haki power system, I think, is an overall general problem. Absolutely. Especially when you look at the pre-time skip and the post-time skip. In the pre-time skip, observation Haki, Mantora, Conqueror's Haki. Okay, fair enough. Like, they're not necessarily bad. But Armor Haki? Oh my, no. Whoa, hell no. The fact that we need to actually be told time and time again they're using Haki, Kishin obviously, Whitebeard stabs Aokiji, he used Haki! No. If someone were to say that the Haki system is not a well thought out system, I would agree. Absolutely. However, I will say this, it does give Oda a lot more freedom when it comes to enacting out certain things in the story based on Haki. Because it's so vague, Oda can just kind of do things and things just happen. And we can't say, well, this should or shouldn't happen because the entire system itself is very vague and lacks a lot of detail. Obviously, you guys know I'm a big Hunter x Hunter fan. I obviously prefer the Togashi Yoshihiro, the greatest shonen mangaka system. I'm just keeping it 100. It is what it is. I prefer that system in Hunter x Hunter rather than the Haki system, absolutely. But that being said, though, Haki's pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for.
Haki is pretty damn cool. The observation Haki with the large-scale sensing and reading the attacks. Also seeing through walls and seeing auras. Future sight, full-on future sight. Knowing the power levels, like for example with Rayleigh, where really actually knew how strong the creatures were compared to Luffy. Things like that. Pretty damn dope. Armor Haki, damaging Logia, which I think is like the main reason why Armor Haki exists. I'm not gonna front. The main reason why that exists is because the Logias in the Delphoid system, which I think is actually a much better system. The Haki system, I think, has, again, a lot of problems. Delphoid system, I think Oda was on point with that one, absolutely. But the Logias in that system were a bit too broken. So, boom, here comes a thing called Armor Haki. We can damage Logias. Whoa. And hit their soul somehow. Whoa. Okay, fair enough, Oda. Fair enough. But still, damaging Logias. You have aura aspects for greater defense and greater offense. Of course, you can project out your energy through invisible auras and that kind of stuff. Like, for example, the Ryo Haki, which can even go inside of objects and do internal damage. That's pretty damn cool. I ain't gonna front. And then Conqueror's Haki. Conqueror's Haki is really cool, I think, in many respects. Knocking out an entire army, just flexing on these boys. Just that's cool. That's undeniably cool. And then now Conqueror's Haki looking pretty damn busted. Looking really busted for the attack potency buffs. But those details are still very, very murky at this point in time, obviously. So given all these cool techniques and these cool usages of Haki, it shocks me to this day. To this day, that there is one Haki technique that appears to be extremely worthless. And that, my friends, is full body armament Haki. No. Full body armament Haki looks really mid. I mean, that's being generous, actually. It looks like trash. It looks like straight up, yeah, you know, let me just stop lying to you guys. I'm sorry, I apologize. It looks like straight trash. Because Virgo uses it. And mind you, when he did it, bro, I'm not gay.
But that's count.
But damn, yo. Oh, my Kingdom Hearts erupted. That was one of the sexiest scenes I've seen in shonen, period. Hey, yo, son, I don't give a damn. I mean, right now, We're still in Pride Month, so it's fine. We're still in Pride Month. But damn.
Damn!
That was cool as all hell. And Smoker's look, that shock, oh. Oh, it was so cool. And then Law does it. Law does what I think is probably the most impressive sword feat we have seen to date. I mean, folks say it's overblown, but it's real. Like, it happened. Law cut through an entire mountain range and Virgo's Haki. And now that we know, at this point in time in the story, Wano Country Act 3 and so on, we know now that Haki does somewhat block Law's room's abilities. Law needs to do that against Virgo. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. And yet, full body armor Haki, even though it came out studly, one-shotted. Next, Pika. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't. Pika, full body armored Haki. Zoro just cuts the boy down just like that. Doesn't mean much. And then we move on. Even in the Stampede film, Bullet goes full body armored Haki and gets defeated afterwards. Mind you, it was a hard-fought fight with Luffy, but still gets defeated while utilizing full body armored Haki. Yo, it has a horrible track record. It has a horrible track record. My God. Man. And I like it. I do. The reason why I'm so shocked is because look at someone like Kaido, okay? Yeah. Let's use Kaido for example, okay? Because we've seen Big Mom block Luffy's attacks in Whole Cake Island with Armor Haki Hardening. We've seen before. And Kaido obviously must have the same capabilities as Big Mom in terms of Armor Haki. Clearly. Armor Haki Hardening. Clearly. Yet against the Scabbards, which... okay, it's the Scabbards. It's Kanemon. Fine, whatever, man. But against the Scabbards, or against Luffy and company, not a single time do I recall Kaido using Armored Haki Hardening to defend himself. Not a single time. And also, I think it applies to the Calamities as well. I can't recall a time where I've seen King, Queen, or Jack use Armored Haki Hardening in any way to defend themselves. Like, it's a weird thing there. I don't know why exactly. Maybe the case here is that the Beast Pirates, when it comes to their Zoa and their ancient Zoa abilities, they don't necessarily need Armor Haki Hardening, but that's a weird thing. Because, yeah, maybe you don't need it, but would it hurt to not have it? Or to not use it? So again, you have to wonder, because it's a very strange thing there. It's almost like Oda forgot that this ability exists, and forgot to give it to the opposition. Like the entire major, like, I don't know why, but that's what's happening. Now, maybe you can make the argument that Kaido and Big Mom, because Law can't move them in his room, maybe they're using Haki, Armor Haki innately to such a high degree that even though we can't see it, they're still protecting themselves nonetheless. The problem is, obviously, we don't know the details as to why Law can't move them other than just the level of Haki that they have. And it's not clear on what kind of Haki, whether it's Observation Haki, which I kind of doubt plays a role in that, but you never know. Whether it's Conqueror's Haki, or whether it's Armor Haki, we don't know those details. So again, another reason why the Haki system is it's a bad system, but it gives Oda a lot of leeway. And maybe you can argue, well, Kaido wants to kill himself, so he doesn't see any need to really utilize Armor Haki Hardening for defensive capabilities. Fair enough. Again, there's a lot of things that are still vague there, because again, we haven't seen most of these guys in the top end of the Beast Pirates use it, and it scales of so much defensive properties that why bother in the first place. But when you think about it, if you have Armor Haki hardening, Kaido could have probably blocked Law's abilities or even Killer's abilities if he could actually use hardening on parts of his body, because that special component of Armor Haki and Armor Haki hardening can block Devil Fruit abilities, damn near anything, as long as it's potent enough. So picture this, for real, for a second. Picture the image of a giant black hardened dragon.
Thanks, Mr. Teeny.
No. Okay. Let's just.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay. Picture Kaido in full body armament hardened Haki. Just picture that for a second, yo. When he's in dragon form. Bro. You can't tell me that wouldn't be one of the most hyped panels of all time. You can't tell me that, yo. You can't tell me that. Full on black armored Haki hardened giant Shenron dragon glistening. No. All of the stigma around Armor Haki full body Armor Haki hardening would just disappear. Just like that. Because Kaido was doing it and he's looking magnificent. He's looking extra studly, looking extra ferocious. In almost every myth, in almost every video game, the black dragon is always a stud. Alright? Even in Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's a blue eyes white dragon, but the red eyes black dragon is still the cooler dragon. Facts! Facts! And yet, nothing.
Nothing.
It pains me. It does. Maybe from a technical standpoint, folks don't want to use it because doing a technique like full body armored Haki hardening would be too much of a waste of one's Haki to do something like that. And the closest thing that you can point to that would be Luffy. When you think about folks that don't use full body armor Haki, and then you look at Luffy and compare him to them, when he's going to Gear 4, Bowman, Snake Man, and Tank Man, he uses up a lot of Haki, comparatively speaking, at once, and then sustains that for a prolonged period of time. So the assumption obviously, would be you don't want to use a technique like that because you're wasting so much of your Haki in the process. The only problem, once again, the vague power structures come into play. The only problem is that Luffy is the only person in the series so far to run out of Haki. Why? It's one of the weirdest things in the story when it comes to power structure. Why is it that Luffy is the only person that we have seen in the series run out of Haki and can't use Haki for specifically around 10 minutes? During the Merienda, Katakuri talked about him using so much Haki, which is why he needed to embrace the holy donuts and regain his energy by consuming that holy glorious sugar. But afterwards, Katakuri can fight for a prolonged, when I say prolonged, for several hours and not run out of Haki during that whole fight. Not one time was it mentioned I ran out of Haki. Not a single time. Even come the very, very, very end of that fight, when he finally collapsed, not a single time did he say my Haki's depleted. It's gone. Not a single time. It's really strange. So at the end of the day, that's just my assumption based on a technical aspect on a power system and a power structure that's very, very, very vague. I love the concept of full body armor Haki hardening. I really, really do. But I don't think its potential, unfortunately, we're ever going to see in the actual canon manga. And I hate to say it, but there's a good chance that this technique, which I do like, I think will forever be memed. Unless Shanks does it. If he does it, then you know. Oh. It's one of the best abilities in the verse. But that being said, let me know your stance on the subject matter at hand. I'm going to see y'all later. You guys and gals, stay safe. Take it easy. Have a nice one.